Miss Young here, and welcome back. For this video lesson, we will be reviewing songs number 17 through 22 from your Essential Elements book, reviewing the notes on our D string, D, E, F, G, and for numbers 20, 21, and 22, we will be putting the open A string back into the mix. Before we give these a try, let's go ahead and review those D string notes from our last video lesson. So we have our nice guitar position set up, have our plucking fingers ready to go. We have the fingers curved around the bottom part of the fingerboard, and our thumb set up to pluck our strings. So go ahead and try the D string. Good. And then we're going to set up the right hand, thumb halfway on the tan and black piece, across from first tape, nice straight wrist, and we're going to square out those fingers. First finger for E on the D string. Second finger for F on the D string. And third finger for G. Before we start 17, I'd like us to go through and say the finger numbers together, and we can also show Miss Young with your left hand where our fingers need to go on the instrument to make the notes that we are saying as we say them. But we're not going to use our right hand right now, just the left hand, to show me where your fingers need to go. Ready? Saying and showing. 1, 2, here we go. 3, 3, 2, rest. 1, 1, 2, rest. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. All right, how'd you do? Feeling good? You can go back and do that as many times as you need to before we move on to plucking. If you're ready, you can go ahead and join me now. Bring the right hand back up and get ready to pluck with me. 1, 2, number 17, ready, play. G, G, F, rest. E, E, F, rest. G, F, E, F, G, 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 rest. Very nice. Moving on to song number 18. Still working with just those notes on the D string. But one thing I want you to notice is we are going to have a skip here between F and D and then back up to G right away. A lot of the movements that we have been doing have been what we call stepwise motion, where we just go up or down one note, kind of like what we're doing here. But here in morning dance is a little trickier. We're going to go ahead and add these skips in. So before we try the song in its entirety, I'd like us to just try those 3 notes kind of isolated away from everything else. So go ahead and put 2 fingers down for F, and we're going to go F, open D, and then when we come back for the G, what I want you to try to do is put all 3 fingers down together at the same exact time. So what we don't want to do is go F, D, G, and put 1 finger down at a time to get back to it. I should see all of your fingers move together as a unit. So we're going F with 2, 0 for D, and then all 3 fingers down at the same exact time for G. Let's give that a try with our right hand plucking. Just those 3 notes, F, D, G. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. F, D, G. Try one more time. F, D, G. And if you need a little extra practice with that, you can try what we talked about in class this past week with the finger taps that I talked about. And remember, that's where we can try putting first finger down and tapping up with just 2. You can try tapping 2 and 3 together at the same time. Or you can try, like what we were just doing, to get from D to G and put all 3 fingers down together as a unit at the same time. You could even practice some that were a little more challenging, like going from 3 to 1 right away, 3 to 2, open to 1, and then back to all 3. And those are called finger taps, and those are just something that you can practice to help making it easier for you to put all those fingers together or down together as a unit. Let's go ahead and give number 18 a try. We'll take it a little on the slower side. Together, ready? 1, 2, here we go. G, G, F, D, G, G, F, D, E, E, F, F, G, G, G. Fantastic. If you need a little extra practice on that one, remember you can always rewind the video and work on that song as many times as you need to until you feel good about it. Moving on to 19, a lot of you figured out in class this week that this is also called Mary Had a Little Lamb. And we're going back now to just using 3 notes, F, E, and D. So we don't need our 3rd finger for G in this one. We're just working with 2, 1, and open. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. F, E, D, E, F, 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 rest. E, 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 rest. F, 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 rest. F, E, D, E, F, 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 E, E, F, E, D. Very nice. Moving on to song number 20. It is going to get a little bit trickier here. We have a couple things to talk about. First of all, you'll notice starting in number 20, we are going to add our open A string from our Eek poem back into the mix. We also have to talk about this bracket down here. Anytime you see this bracket in a piece, it says keep fingers down. We are going to call that in orchestra class a tunnel. We call that tunneling. And what tunneling is, I'll do my best to show you here. It's going to look kind of goofy. We want to make that nice kind of squared or rounded hand shape on our instrument with 3 fingers for the song on D, and make it so that we are not touching our A string with our hand at all. So if I were to hold this up here, I could actually see you guys through my tunnel. There's a nice open space between the hand there. The hand isn't resting on the A string like this. We have that nice straight wrist that we talked about, those squared or rounded finger shapes, and that's going to keep us from resting any of our fingers on the A string. If our tunnel is working well, we should be able to pluck back and forth between 3 fingers on G and A without making any crazy sounds. It should sound nice and clean. And my fingers aren't moving. My 3 fingers can just stay right there because we don't need them to play open A. Now, what might happen is if you're touching with your finger at all, you might get a sound like this. And that's how you know that the tunnel isn't quite the way we want it to be. So you could try straightening that wrist out and bringing the hand away from the instrument. If the inside of your palm is resting anywhere on the viola, there's a good chance that your first finger is hitting that A string to give you a kind of almost like a duck sound. So go ahead and open up that hand and bring it away from the instrument and from the strings to make that tunnel. Go ahead and try that. Set up your tunnel and see if you can go back and forth between G and A and get a nice sound out of both of those notes. Cool. And then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and let's try just those first 5 notes first to practice that tunnel together. Just the first 5, G, 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 A, and G. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. G, 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 A, G. Very nice. You can go back and do that as many times as you need to, and when you're feeling good about it, go ahead and join us as we continue with the whole piece. This is Good King Wenceslas. You might notice this as a popular holiday song. 1, 2, Ready? Here we go. G, 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 A, G, G, D. Rest. E, D, E, F, G. Rest. G. Very nice. Moving on to song number 21. You guys are actually off the hook with tunneling for just a sec because we do not have any open A's in this song. We're back just to notes on the D string. And this is another good one where you could practice that finger tap exercise between first finger and third finger to get from this 3 fingers on G to 1 finger on E here. So go ahead and try that for just a sec. Put all 3 fingers down, then lift up 3 and 2, and then put 3 and 2 back down together at the same exact time as a unit. Practice the finger tap between first finger and all 3 fingers. All right, very good. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and just try G and E. G, E, G, E, G, E. All right, let's try it all together. Number 21, we were practicing moving between that G and E like we just did separately from the song. And then otherwise just working your way down the D string, G, F, E, D, and ending on a first finger E. Ready? 21. 1, 2, ready? Here we go. G, G, E. Rest. G, G, E. Rest. G, F, E, D, E, E, E. Very good. Your challenge for this week, your orange karate belt, is song number 22, the Essential Elements Quiz, Lightly Row. You'll notice we have tunneling happening a lot in this song. You'll see the brackets go all the way through the end of that first line and into the second line. And we also have a lot of those hops or skips from A to F, and here we have them also from G to E. So this is your test to see if you can put everything that we just learned in this video lesson all together. 22. I will go through this one twice. The first time I will say the letter names, and the second time I will say the finger numbers. So we'll go through the whole song a total of 2 times. First time, letters. Ready? 1, 2, ready? Here we go. A, F, F, rest. G, E, E, rest. D, E, F, G, A, rest. A, F, F, rest. G, E, rest. D, F, A, D. Very nicely done. I forgot about that skip at the end there that kind of snuck up on us. We also have this hop from D to F. And then we don't actually need to make a tunnel here. A lot of kiddos end up thinking they need a tunnel here. Since we're going right to A, and open D, you can actually go ahead and just pick up second finger after you put it down here and play your open strings without any of your fingers hanging out or tunneling. So let's go ahead and try it the second time now. This time I will help us out by saying the finger numbers for number 22. Ready? 1, 2, from the beginning, ready, and O, 2, 2, rest. 3, 1, 1, rest. O, 1, 2, 3, O, 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 second line, O, 2, 2, rest. 3, 1, 1, rest. O, 2, O, O, O. And there you have it. You should be feeling pretty good about your notes on the D string, as well as adding that open A string back into the mix and tunneling when we have brackets below the staff. That's all I have for you today. Next week we will move on to learning notes on the A string, and otherwise I look forward to seeing you this week and having you earn your orange karate belt. Happy practicing!